Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. In a previous tutorial that I did just recently, I'm not sure if I'm going to post it exactly before this video or not, so I don't want to say in my last video, in my last tutorial, but anyways, in my previous tutorial I did a 10-minute daytime look. So in this tutorial I wanted to take that 10-minute daytime look and turn it into a nighttime going out look. I still have the same look on. I'm filming both of these videos in the same day. So I did the first video. I went out to lunch with my friend Ashley. We went to this awesome little restaurant in our hometown called Thatcher's. If you live close by and you have not eaten there, it is well worth the trip. Best Philly cheesesteak I have ever eaten in my life. But anyways, so now I'm back home and I want to transform this look into a nighttime look. That's pretty much my intro for this video, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of just take stock of what my makeup looks like. Here in Kentucky it is blazing hot, seriously, and it is so humid. So I have been sweating a little and I do have, like, you know, it's starting to look a little shiny in kind of like my T-zone. So what I usually take is I have one of those blotterazzi things by Beautyblender, and I don't have that up here with me, so I'm just going to use a Beautyblender because I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, only the blotterazzi is like, you know, a thin strip. It's not rounded like this, and I'm just going to press that anywhere that I think that it looks kind of shiny. I mean, you know, this is my highlight. I want that to stay shiny. And then I'm just going to take the other side of that beauty sponge and I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. And this is in the shade 1. Fair, of course, because I am fair as can be. I'm just going to pat that into the center. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. You know, I don't know why, I don't know if it's my lighting or what, but when I look at my makeup in person, like, I can't even tell that I have like bronzer on up here right now because I just went over it, and it definitely doesn't look splotchy or anything, but when I look at my monitor it looks like this up here is not blended, but in real life it does not look like that at all. I think that part of it is because I got some sun damage on my face. When my husband and I got married, we went to Tybee Island, and us being the two palest people out on the beach, we were so intelligent that we stayed out there all day long, and we literally blistered so bad. Like, I mean, we had blisters on blisters, and my face has never been the same since that happened, and I have like some, you know, darker spots, like I think where the sun damaged my skin. So if there's anybody out there that knows how to fix that permanently, please let a girl know. Now I used the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette to bronze earlier when I did the other tutorial, the daytime tutorial. So I'm just going to go back in with it to contour a little bit, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did before and use these two shades right here. Use more of this and just a little bit of this. And I'm gonna go back in with my R2 brush. Now I'm gonna start up here and I'm just gonna drag it down. Last time I just stuck my brush there because I wasn't thinking, and it just, oh my gosh, looked so terrible. I mean, I put way too much on. And then I'm gonna go in with an R10, which is a more defined brush, just to chisel this out a little bit better and make it a little more contoury. And then I'm going to dip back into this that I used for blush in the previous tutorial, and I'm going to use that again just to touch it up a little. Okay, so now I'm going to focus on eyeshadow. And when I went to lunch with Ashley and I stepped outside my door, I had some packages, and guess what was waiting out there? Ta-da! My Lunar Beauty Lives a Drag palette. I am so excited about this for several reasons. First of all, I have followed Manny for a long time and I love him. And I love this palette. I think it is so gorgeous. Oh my god, look at this. look at this. I love the neutrals. I love the colors. I love everything about it. The second reason that I am so excited about it is because I ordered a second one. Guess what for? Giveaway time. That's right. I'm going to be giving one of you one of these palettes in my giveaway, my 5,000 Instagram follower giveaway. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I hope you guys are too. This is such a beautiful palette, and this is what I'm going to use to, because I honestly, I was going to use like the Morphe 15N night palette since this is a night look. But when I got this palette in, I just got so excited that I can't wait to dip a brush into it. So that's what we're going to do. Now, we pretty much already have our transition shade and our like base down on our eyes because we did the daytime look. So now we're just going to bring it up a notch and kind of transform it into the nighttime look. The first thing I want to do is I do want to go in with this shade called Sickening, and I want to use that as a transition shade, which I know is weird because we already have a transition shade on, but since this is a nighttime look, I do want to bring it up just a little bit higher and make it look a little bit warmer. So I'm just going to start blending where the eyeshadow already is, and then I'm just going to very lightly blend it up and blend it out just a little bit more. We want it to be like a little more bam in your face as opposed to, you know, this subtle daytime. Oh my god, this is blending so good. You know, I always get so worried when I order a palette or anything that a bunch of YouTubers are highly promoting, or if it's from a beauty YouTuber, because I feel like sometimes I think, and this is just my opinion, I think that if a lot of people are pushing a product, I always, in the back of my mind, I wonder if they're getting paid to do that. I mean, and if that's the only reason they're doing it. Because I have bought products that have been pushed really hard, and I hated them. And I don't know if it's just because it's my skin, you know, my skin tone or whatever, but I just hated those products. And then sometimes I feel like when a YouTuber comes out with something, then the beauty community rallies behind them and pushes their product so that when they come out with something, their product gets pushed, and also to be supportive, which I totally get, and I am on board for that, but I just always worry that I'm not going to like the product when I get it. But I've only dipped into one shade so far, but I can already tell you that this is going on so nice and so pigmented, and it is blending so well. Like, I'm barely having to do any work. I mean, I'm barely touching my brush to my skin, and it's just like, it is so pretty, you all. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Mug, and I'm going to go in with an an M433 brush. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, like, a lot of product picks up on the brush, like, not like a horrible amount, like where it's like a bad thing. It's like a good thing. Like, you barely dip in and it's really pigmented. So let's see. Oh yes, very nice. I'm just gonna tap this on. Now, I do still have mascara on from earlier, so I just have to kind of work around that. And I'm just gonna darken up this outer crease, bring it in some. I'm actually gonna go ahead and dip that same brush into this shade right here called Trade. It is like this beautiful purple shade, like a plummy purple, and I just feel like it's gonna bring a little bit of depth in. And I have green eyes, so you know that's gonna really make them pop. I'm in love. Now, what would a nighttime look be without a little bit of shimmer? So I'm gonna go in with this shade Legendary. It's a really pretty gold shade, and I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm gonna press it in there. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I'm in love. Holy Jesus. I mean, I don't think you guys understand that I'm barely pressing my finger into the pan, like into the shadow, and it just picks up so beautifully, and it just is blending like a dream. I'm going to mix those two shades, Trade and Mug, again. And I'm just going to put like the tiniest little bit, and I'm just going to stamp it back in here to blend this out. I'm going to take an M506 and I'm going to mix Mug and Trade again, and then I'm just going to go right in that crease very lightly and blend that in some. And then I'm going to go back in with that first transition shade, which is Sickening, and I am going to blend that all together. I mean, these colors blend together really well too. I mean, they're not muddying. Sometimes when you, like, you know, do this and you go back over, like, I will notice that it muddies a little bit, and it makes me so mad, but this is not doing that at all. I even had out like my MAC 242 brush because I thought I would need that with some Fix Plus for this gold shadow, but not needed, honey, not needed. Now, I don't think I'm going to go in, even though this is a nighttime look, I still want to keep it kind of soft. I don't want to go in with like a harsh liner, so I'm going to take this shady color. It's like a really nice black, and I'm going to take it on the Vintage Cosmetics Company brush, and it's Step 3 Go Girl Go, and I'm just going to press that into my lash line just so that it gives it a little bit of depth when I go to put lashes on. So I think I'm going to take the shade Pageant Queen, this beautiful purple, so it can be like a nighttime look with a pop of color. Oh yes. I'm going to go back in with the shade Sickening, and I'm going to go in with an R41, and I'm going to use that to blend the edges of this out. Okay, I'm going to take this shade, this white shade right here, and it's called Cake Face, on an E36, and I'm just going to highlight the inner corner with that. And you have to be very light-handed because it is very pigmented, which is super cool, but I want to highlight my brow bone with it, so I have to be light-handed with it. Okay, I do already have mascara on, so I'm going to throw on lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have my lashes on, I'm going to put on some bottom lash mascara because I did not do that for my daytime look, but you can't have like this photo banana look and not have lower lash mascara. I mean, I usually always wear lower lash mascara, but that's the one thing I can live without if I'm in a hurry. And I just got that on my nose. For a 10-minute makeup look, I didn't feel like it was really necessary. For my waterline, I'm gonna go in with this MAC Ico, and it's in the shade Costa Riche. I just feel like the brown with the kind of reddish undertone is going to look really good with this eye look, and it's also going to bring out the green in my eyes. So the next thing I'm going to do is just kind of intensify my highlight a little bit. Earlier I put on the Amrezy highlighter, and I'm going to stick with that because I don't want to like muck up my highlighter. I just want to make it better. So I'm just going to go over it again and build it up. I am also going to take a little bit of that and put it in the inner corner, and then I'll use it just a little bit up here. Okay, last but not least, I am going to amp this look up with a more bold lipstick. You don't have to go real bold, but I just want something that's not obviously as daytime-ish. And you can see I still have like some of the pink on from earlier. You can wipe that off, you can leave it, whatever you want to do. And for lipstick, I'm going to go in with this Kylie Cosmetics matte liquid lipstick in the shade 20. This was her birthday collection lipstick. It's like a good medium shade. It's not too dark and too bold, but it's also not like a really light daytimey shade. I mean, you can wear it for daytime. I do sometimes, but Okay, so now that I have all that done, the last thing I'm going to do is go ahead and apply some setting spray. And that is it. That completes this tutorial on going from a very daytime light look to a more dark, sultry, not too dark, but a more nighttime look. You can do whatever colors you want to do. You can transform it however you want to. I did have a different vision in mind before I started this, but then when I saw that I got this Life's a Drag palette, I had to use it. I just had to, and I don't regret it. It is, I mean, wonderful. I haven't dipped into every single color, but I did dip into quite a few there, and there was not one single one that I was disappointed in, and I'm so excited to use it again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in my next one.